I bought a used Uniview NVR with an old hard drive. But was it worth it? I wanted to find out if this system still receives updates, and more importantly, whether the hard drive is still reliable. Stick with me as I walk you through the key checks I performed to make sure this was actually a good bargain. Welcome back to the Tech Channel, where we test, explain, and break down devices, and show you exactly how to use them step by step. First, let's check the firmware and see if this 4-year-old recorder still supports the latest Uniarch IP cameras. Then I'll show you if the 13-year-old hard drive is still working. And something interesting for the next video, how I actually got this cheap Tuya Wi-Fi camera working with this NVR. To check the firmware, I first needed to find the model number. To find the NVR model number, I simply right-click to open the menu, then go to Maintenance, where you can easily find the model information. Not that complicated. Then I headed over to the official Uniarch website at www.uniarch.cn. To my surprise, there was actually a firmware update available. There's no clear information about the firmware version or release date on the website, and normally you would update it directly through the web interface. However, after downloading the file, I used a USB stick to update the NVR. Looking at the file name, I could see that the firmware was released on November 11, 2025. Since the previous firmware on this NVR was from 2022, I was really pleased to see that this model is still being supported. Next, I unzip the file and copy the firmware onto a USB stick so I can update the NVR. Now I remove the USB drive and plug it into the back of the NVR to start the update. As soon as I plugged the USB stick into the NVR, a pop-up window appeared on the screen. From there, I selected System Upgrade, which opened the upgrade page. Next, I chose the Upgrade by Disk option. At first, no files were shown, but it turned out I needed to select a different partition. Once I did that, the firmware file appeared. I selected the program bin file and clicked Upgrade. The system then rebooted automatically after the update. So far, so good. The NVR rebooted successfully, and it's now running the new firmware. Now I'm going to check the hard drive. I left-click, go to Menu, then Maintenance, and select HDD. I actually ran this same short test yesterday, and it got stuck at 90%. So let's run the test again and see how it performs this time. As you can see, it's running smoothly now, so let's take a closer look at the numbers. The temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, which is perfectly normal. Keep in mind, if a hard drive runs at 50 degrees Celsius or higher, it will wear out faster. So if you ever see temperatures above 50 degrees Celsius, make sure to improve ventilation or move the NVR to a cooler location. Here we can also see that the drive has been started and stopped 114 times. This includes powering the drive on and off, waking it from standby, and system restarts. But the most important value is the power on time, 48,404 hours. That's about 2016 days, or roughly 5.5 years. From a technical standpoint, that means the hard drive is due for replacement. However, since this system is for personal use and the drive has passed the test, I'm going to keep using it for another year. Now, interestingly, the test hangs again at 90%. After about 30 minutes, I checked it once more, and the test completed successfully. If this NVR were used in a commercial setup, I would definitely recommend replacing the hard drive to avoid any risk of failure. Next, I'm running a bad sector test on the hard drive. I'm choosing the short test because the full scan can take hours, but even this one takes a few minutes. Let's fast forward and jump to the result. The results look good. No errors in the short test, and the S.M.A.R.T data shows everything is normal, except for the high runtime. In general, a hard drive can last around 7 years, so it's definitely getting close to its limit. Again, for personal use, and since it's still running fine, I'm okay with keeping it in service for now. If you made it this far, hit that like button and subscribe for more tech testing and guides. In the next video, I'll check if the new Uniarch Color Night camera works with this NVR, and I'll show you how to connect a Tuya Wi-Fi camera using Uniview. See you in the next one.